Of course, we are hearing a song in the background. They're going to kill one tire, they're going to kill one tire.
Where are they heading to?
So, welcome to Quality Newspaper.
Scores of CDCians, dozens of them are here, marching through the streets of Singer. We've been told they are headed toward the Liberia National Police headquarters. Where exactly are they going? We don't know.
So they are marching directly. We don't know where they are. And we just saw the African who would do something.
We are yet to know where they are heading to. And we are here to, let's just go. We are moving. And so that they are saying, you can hear the battle cry. And of course, it is not easy.
This is the normal spirit of the CDC. The CDC is a grassroots party. They've always said these are the different ideologies in which the party was being built. Marching the peaceable streets of Singer, we have been told that this parade is headed to the Liberia National Police headquarters. For what reason? Well, folks, we don't know.
So we are also media practitioners. So many media platforms. DNUs that area we have the good land. We have so many.
Folks, keep watching DNU's Liberia. Coming to you live from Singer, Monrovia, as the CDC As you may be aware, there was a major meeting being called for, and that meeting was just concluded at the CDC headquarters, alternative headquarters in Plumco. And of course, following that meeting, we see hierarchies of the party parading here in Singo, moving towards the capital bypass region. We've been told they are expected to be heading to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. What will be the outcome of this? Well, folks, all we ask is that you keep watching. This is DN News Liberia, and thank you so very much for joining us. My name is Wilmot Connor.
Already.
We don't know where exactly at the border. We are on a hearing battle crowd.
How many CDCians walk out with you? 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 Hey, you wanna tell Taya? Hey, you wanna tell Taya? Hey, you wanna tell Taya? How many CDCians walk out with you? 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 Hey, you wanna tell Taya? Hey, you wanna tell Taya? Hey, you wanna tell Taya? How many CDCians walk out with you?
So we got 8 minutes to fight.
Folks, keep watching us. This is DN News. As the CDC parade through Singa, the CDC, the Congress for Democratic Change, parading through Singa. When told they are expected to be heading to the Liberia National Police headquarters. Well, whether this is true or for what reason exactly, they may be intending to go to the LNP headquarters. We are yet to establish that. But thank you so much for watching. Keep sharing DN News. Yesterday, former Representative Akaras Moses Gray was being denied, was being disallowed of was being disallowed from entering the police headquarters. So the parade has taken a dramatic turn. The parade has taken a dramatic turn from what we gathered that they were intended They were heading for the police headquarters. Now we see them going back to
Going about their normal businesses,
heading, I mean, using the Tubman Boulevard, not heading anymore. Not heading anymore to the police headquarters. Well, so far, we've not seen any officer of the Liberia National Police. We've not seen any state security forces here.
So we have to take this what's going on? Now see a picture of what's happening here. Live operation here from the single bill.
Well, folks, this parade is causing traffic from what we see here. Those heading from Central Monrovia using the Tubman Boulevard route, somewhere around the Fair Street area, there seems to be some traffic building up here.
So for our town police it's already 5 o'clock, and the former vice president
So the CDC just concluded a major meeting at its temporary party headquarters, and this parade just followed that meeting. Well, we were earlier told they were intending to move to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, but that has taken a dramatic turn from what we see here. They seem to be heading back to their party headquarters. Folks, thank you so much. Keep watching us. This is DN News Liberia, and of course, my name is Wilmot Kona. I'd like to say thank you so very much. We just see the official vehicle of Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman past the CDCians somewhere around the 4th Street area. That's 5th Street here in Singa. Where are you heading? That's in the days. I believe that Honorable Gray, where are you headed? Honorable Gray, where are you heading? Well, we are asking them where they headed now. Earlier we were told they were headed to the Liberia National Police headquarters, but have taken a U-turn, and of course it's now marching on the top end boulevard going to Singa. Look at it.
Members here that
Honorable Gray, where's the team headed? Honorable Gray, welcome to DN News. Where the team headed? Where specifically are you going? So you see the traffic is building up here. Traffic seems to be building up here due to this process by the CDC. Yeah, them chanting slogans. The Congress will never die. CDC, keep chanting slogans here. the principal streets of Monrovia, Single on the top end boulevard, and they are headed back to their party headquarters. Earlier we were told they were intending to go at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, but took a dramatic turn, and from all indications the party seems to be heading back to its headquarters. Thank you so much, folks. Keep watching. This is DN News. This is happening just a day after the former vice president was arrested and detained by the Liberia National Police. The CDC has condemned that act. In fact, described the act as a witch hunt. And now, following a major meeting, mass meeting that was being held at its party headquarters. What we're being discussed there, we don't know. But the party has taken onto the streets of Monrovia, chanting slogans, reigniting the spirit of revolutionary tactics. And yes, it is heading back to its headquarters from all indication, somewhere around 9th Street. Former Representative Akara's Moses Gray is here, having with several other officials of the CDC. As a matter of fact, the former representative wants to return to the legislature. He had been representing Monserrate County District 8 for 2 terms, but was in 2023 defeated by now Representative Prince Toes. But Gray has consistently maintained that he's returning to the capital in 2029. He's here leading an array of supporters of the CDC, marching through the streets of Singa, chanting slogans, reawakening the spirits of the CDC, just a day after the vice president, the vice chancellor of the CDC, former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, was being arrested and detained by the Liberia National Police. just few steps away from the temporary headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change. So the party is heading back to its headquarters.
Amanda, we want all Americans to remain quiet as we send a message across the world. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the 4th Estate, let me appreciate you for your gallantry and your commitment to duty in terms of information dissemination, impartial information dissemination. We want to say thank you very much to our partisans who peacefully march with us quietly. We want to say to the world, our country is under attack. Not just CDCians and CDCians. The nation state is under attack. The public enemy of this nation have to do with Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun. Let me repeat. Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun are enemy of the state. The time has come that we must fill in the gap to ensure that the peace and stability of the nation remains vibrant, that the democratic gains that we have made and the democratic transition that will provide us unprecedentedly with a vote dividing over 17,000 difference. It shows a divided nation. Mr. Boakai and Jeremiah Kun have refused to reconcile this country. All they have embarked on is to further divide the country. All they have embarked on is to witch hunt their political opponents. It's a sad day for the nation's history. For the former vice president, a peaceful lady, very peaceful, to be beyond bars, especially after 2 months of the death of a child. Let me say this to you and say this clearly, that while we amalgamate our forces gingerly, peacefully, we shall say to Boakai and Jeremiah Kun that our naval streams were buried here. We know nowhere. We have no home. We have refused to migrate because this is where we were born. This is a nation that our great-great-grandfathers labored for and struggled for. They fought for a democracy where men and women died in the process. The CDC ensured that we had a smooth transition to 10 power or unprecedentedly in the history of Sub-Saharan Africa. This is unprecedented. Make no mistake, I want to say to members of the 4th Estate and Liberians on our revolutionary voice, make no mistake, ever in the history of mankind, to say that the CDC or the combined forces of the opposition are weak. No, we are not weak. What we have done for the last 2.5 years is to protect the peace and stability of Liberia and to ensure that we do not revert to the past of jungle justice. Democracy will be protected and will explore every means under the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia to move the CDC and collaborating party into history very soon. Let me repeat. We will use every democratic and constitutional means to move the CDC and collaborating institution into history very soon. Mark this day, men and women of the media, men and women of the Fourth Estate. Those you see here today are just a little fragment of the representation of the anger, or the grief, of the isolation of our millions and millions of Liberians who are dejected, who live in abject poverty. Parents who cannot send their children to school. Parents who cannot afford to feed their homes. The CDC will remain the voice of the people, voice populaire, voice d'ami. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the Fourth Estate, our distinguished revolutionary partisans who march with us today, we want to close on this note that we never neglect Vice President Joey Howard Taylor. Let me repeat. We will stand by her. Vice President Joey Howard Taylor is our property, and we will mean her property also. The CDC as a party will not neglect her. We don't believe in those Booker charges. The government connived and concocted lies and gossip with a criminal operative of the government of the Republic of Liberia to have a beyond bars today. But we say to you, Jewel is our property. We never ever in the history of our existence neglect her. I want to say to Joseph Boyka, public enemy number 1, and Jeremiah Kun, public enemy number 2, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You will know what the CDC is made of. You will know what the opposition community is made of. We will exploit every constitutional provision and democratic means to halt this madness. Again, we want to say thank you to the media. We want to say thank you to our international friends. We want to say thank you to collaborating political parties. We want to say thank you to the leaders of the CDC who are here today. Enough is enough. Fire for fire. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Fire for fire, the last one. So folks are just listening to the CDC. Okay.
Fire for fire.
Okay.
We are peaceful. This is why we are keeping Liberia peaceful.
What do you mean by fire for fire?
Fire for fire? When you are hostile, we have ways to coach you.
Okay.
When you are hot, we have ways to coach you.
That means you have cold water.
Yeah, to coach you. To coach. It means to cool. So when you are hot, let's cover seat. Let the way go Waka and the gangsters are hot. We will coach them.
The CDC.
I promise you, we will coach them.
The CDC.
We the opposition, we will coach them.
Okay.
So we are given a space to run the country and be able to prove themselves. But it seems to be they have no developmental idea. So they want to put this country into chaos.
Who do you make the country into chaos?
President Boyka and his. So the government is political.
Yeah, so what do you make of the case of the former vice president? What you gotta say?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, folks.